Well done to Geva. She came back from that early season back injury and, as Mark said, played her 200th professional match in Australia, which is an extraordinary achievement. Geva, it must be really rewarding being recognised by your teammates as living the Magpie values.
Absolutely, and thank you, everybody. I think, especially this year, not being able to, I guess, execute the way I wanted to on court, to know that I've done a good job, I guess, off the court, and particularly in a year that has just presented so much, so many hurdles at us to have to go through, and to know that I could be there to support not just every single one of my teammates, but hopefully the staff and coaches as well. And it was certainly an unprecedented year for us all. And I think I know I'm doing my job if I can try and make everyone's life a little bit easier. And I like to think that I operate with transparency, and I kind of let people know what's happening, and then supportive in that. And sometimes it's not an easy role, and I don't always get it right. But I think the great thing is the relationships that I have with every single person, and that we're able to have those open and honest, I guess, conversations. And yeah, I'm thankful that I'm able to do my job, particularly off the court.
You spoke about some of the challenges throughout the season, and you obviously are the skipper of the side. Can you compare what it was like to lead a group of girls through the season that was, compared to years where you were travelling as you normally would, playing at home, playing away? How challenging was that season from a leadership point of view?
Well, I think as any athlete, one of our qualities is we are actually very organised. We know what we're doing day in, day out, week in, week out, almost year in, year out. So to have that taken away from us with so much uncertainty definitely challenged us all. And I think resilience has been the word thrown around this season for us. And some of us have a lot of it. Some of us are still evolving in that space. And so I think for me as a leader, it was important that I was always there to try to be approachable as possible. Know that I wasn't going alone. I had great support in Ash Braz, obviously as vice captain, but not just people with titles, but also Kelsey and the rest of the girls that sort of took up that role. And it wasn't just about the experienced girls in the team, it was down to everybody throughout the team. So yeah, as a leader, I think it's important that, yes, I'm there and a sort of a spearhead to it all, but it's important that I also create that environment where everyone feels like they've got a platform to speak and feels comfortable enough to be able to have conversations and feel supported.
You also notched up your 200th professional match here in Australia. You must have been a baby when you first came out here to play for the Thunderbirds. Have you had time to reflect on your career here in Australia and some of the amazing things that you've achieved?
Oh, it's been absolutely wonderful. And I think for me, I'm always looking forward, hence why the sort of the years and the games have sort of rolled on. And now I can look back and see that I've notched up my 200th. So I think every team that I've been part of, every team member, whether it's players or coaches, I've valued something from that. And it's those memories that I'll take on and cherish. And I think that's what keeps me going and what inspires me to keep pushing on and keep creating new ones. And the body now is starting to hold up after a few little wiggles in there. But yeah, I'm just excited to see what the rest of the years hold. I obviously love doing what I do, but it's because of the people I do it with.
And you're set for another stint in quarantine. We can see you in your hotel room there. You must be getting pretty good at keeping yourself occupied in quarantine.
Yeah, so here in Christchurch, luckily I've got a little bit of balcony, so a bit of fresh air. Obviously the bike in the room that you can see behind me. But I guess with such a roller coaster season where we're here, there and everywhere, it's actually quite nice to know that I'm at least camped here for the next 2 weeks. I've got a sort of bit of peace and quiet and a bit of alone time too, to catch up on a bit of life admin and just sort of, I guess, fill up my cup, put a bit of energy back into myself. So yeah, I'm getting definitely a master at these quarantines and isolations.
Geva, is there anyone you want to thank before we let you go?
I think particularly for this award, it's every single one of you, every single one of those faces that I see on this screen here. It has definitely been a roller coaster season, and one that I couldn't have done without all of you. It definitely sort of got me towards breaking point at some point, which I think it had to all of you, but I think it's because I look at every single one of you, and that's what gets me over that edge, and that's what's given me the strength again. So obviously very thankful for my team, which became my family this year. And then also for my friends and family who are always back home, and the virtual space became a comfort for me. So being able to talk to my mum and my dad over FaceTime, or my brother who was back in Melbourne, and even my partner Jared. So it's definitely to everyone who's been there for me. And although I am alone in quarantine, I feel like I've got the presence of everyone around me. So technically not always alone.
Well done on an extraordinary effort this season. Your leadership was definitely something that has been recognised clearly by taking out the Players Player Award. So once again, Geva, congratulations on being the 2021 Players Player, and good luck in quarantine and with your campaign with the England
Thank you,
Rummies.
Sarah. Thanks.